George Carlin was a well-known American stand-up comedian who set the stage for raunchy comedy, critical observation, and even a Supreme Court case. Let's get into this, shall we? Now, in 1972, Carlin debuted his infamous 7 Dirty Words monologue, which ended up taking the world by storm. Now, in order to inform the public of what they can and cannot say on live television, George Carlin uttered this famous 7 words, which are shit, piss, fuck, cunt, cocksucker, motherfucker, tits. Now, in 1973, a man named John H. Douglas was taking his son through college tours in New York City. While in the car, he ended up hearing the infamous 7 Dirty Words monologue. And while he was hearing this, his son was in the front seat of the car. Being 15 years old, John H. Douglas felt a little uncomfortable with him hearing the monologue. So as a quote-unquote self-appointed watchdog, I'd rather call him a snitch, he decided to make a complaint to the FCC saying that Pacifica Radio should have their license removed. Now, his argument was that the broadcast was playing at 2 p.m., which is an inappropriate time since children are most likely to be watching. Now, watch me hit this bag. The case, which was FCC versus Pacifica Radio, ended up going all the way to the Supreme Court, where it was then decided by a close 5-4 vote. Also, have you tried the Haley Glaze? It's a beautiful drink. So, after this complaint was filed, there was an investigation done by the FCC, where after about 6 months, the FCC issued Pacifica Radio a warning. Bothered by this, the Pacifica Radio community decided to take this and sue the FCC to the Court of Appeals. Now, the Court of Appeals voted in favor of Pacifica Radio. However, Pacifica Radio won the case, and the FCC was annoyed by this, so they ended up appealing all the way to the Supreme Court. After months of deliberation, the Supreme Court of the United States ruled in favor of the FCC by a 5-4 vote. This set the precedent that the FCC has ultimate authority against what is indecent and the power to regulate and censor media broadcasting. Though this decision was controversial at the time, it still is today, with Ruth Bader Ginsburg trying to reverse it back in 2012. Now, in my personal opinion, I believe that this ruling should be overturned as well, as the consequences greatly outweigh the benefits of the FCC regulating broadcast media. I think that the protection of the First Amendment is absolute. In this case, the FCC has the power to regulate revered works of art and literature, such as Hamlet, The Catcher in the Rye, and even the Bible, because of some 4-letter words that some viewers might find offensive. Now, thank you for your time and thank you for watching. I'm grateful for this opportunity, and I have definitely learned something today. Not only that, but I've learned a lot over the course of this semester, and I am grateful for your teaching. Thank you, Mr. Pfeiffer.